When recovering from an injury or a medical condition, there is no better place to do so than your own home, right? Here to tell us what Home Rehab Express can do for you or maybe a loved one is Marcos Porras with Home Rehab Express and Dr. John Mahalik once again with Orthopedic Center of Florida. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
This morning we're talking about something very interesting that I had never heard of that, ladies, you're going to want to pay attention to this. But first, Marcos, tell us a little bit about Home Rehab Express and the benefits of being able, to recover in your own home.
Home Rehab Express is basically a home health service that provides physical therapy, RN services, home health aides, and on occasion we might even have a social worker to come in to provide services in your own home. And
again, most, if not all, is covered by health insurance, which is so nice. I know you work with a lot of doctors in the area. Dr. Mahalik is back. And this morning we're talking about frozen shoulder syndrome, which I had not heard of. But again, I think ladies are going to be very interested. It's more women that are dealing with this, right?
No question. So this is a very curious condition. It's actually the third most commonly diagnosed problem we see in the adult population. So rotator cuff problems, arthritis, and next most common would be frozen shoulder. Frozen shoulder affects women more commonly than men, typically between the ages of 40 and 60 most commonly, but it can come at any age. And that's kind of the perimenopausal or around menopause age group. So we think that there might be some relation to hormonal balance because the next most common population to get it is the diabetic population, so either type 1 or type 2 diabetics. And what actually happens is, for reasons that are not well understood and with no onset or injury, spontaneously your shoulder just begins to hurt. So you wake up one morning and all of a sudden your shoulder starts to hurt a lot. This is one of the most painful conditions I see in my office, much more painful than rotator cuff or arthritis. And what happens is it goes through three distinct phases. So your shoulder progressively loses motion over a very short period of time, typically weeks. And you end up with profound loss. So most commonly women notice it because they can't reach their bra strap anymore or can't reach their back pocket. And frequently they can't lift up over their head and get a coffee cup out of the cabinet. It goes through three phases: a freezing phase where it typically gets worse and worse, a frozen phase where it neither gets better nor worse, and then a thawing phase where, just as curiously as it came on out of the blue, it simply disappears and goes away and never comes back.
Oh my goodness, doctor. All right, well, we're out of time, but what's the main message you want women to know about this? Go see somebody right away, because the treatment's a little different.
Yeah, I think that's really important to understand about frozen shoulder is, whereas most conditions you might think you should baby it or kind of refrain from activities, one of the most important things in frozen shoulder, which is counterintuitive, is that you don't baby it and use it right away. Yes.
All right. Very interesting stuff. Marcos, if someone has more questions about this or certainly about what Home Rehab Express can do for people, what would you have them do?
Just look us up at homerehabexpress.com.
Easy enough. Thank you both so much. It was a pleasure having you here this morning. We look forward to having you back.
Appreciate it.
We, of course, will put more info on our website as well, fox4morningblend.com. The secret to anti-aging has never been easier to find. Up next, how Swan Centers can help you love the skin you're in.